The hype for the Detroit Lions is at an all-time high, and I myself have never seen it this high. Today, training camp tickets were available to be claimed, and already quite a few days have sold out, and I expect by this time tomorrow, the entirety of training camp will be sold out. And we are at the top of the hype train. Last year, we saw Scott Pioli and Peter King and everyone else after the 3-13-1 season that we had really kind of start to ride that wave. And that was because of how we finished the 2021 NFL season. But this season the hype is at an all-time high. I saw something today, and it's going to touch on a video that we made a few months ago about the Detroit Lions and the Super Bowl. Now, check this out. This actually comes from a local sports station, a local news station here in Detroit. And it's very rare that I get stuff from our local station, but this came from Click on Detroit. And check this out. When you hear this, let me know what you think in the comments below. It says NBC Sports reports more than 36% of bets placed at BetMGM on the 2023-2024 NFC champion have the Lions coming out on top. More than 34% of the total money placed on the NFC winner has been placed on the Lions, BetMGM reports. But here's where it gets good. As a result, the Lions' odds of winning the NFC have shifted from plus 1,100 to plus 850. Now, I'm not a betting man, but I understand that the lower the number means the better the odds. Let's continue on. Says at plus 260 on BetMGM, the Philadelphia Eagles are the betting favorites to win the NFC after doing so last season. Only 13% of tickets and 11.8% of the total money placed on the NFC winner have favored the Eagles. No team outside of the Lions and Eagles has more than 10% of the bets to win the NFC, BetMGM said. Now, I want you to put that in perspective. I know it's tough for us to even say Super Bowl because we're looking for a division win. We're looking for hosting a playoff game. We're looking to win a playoff game. And a lot of people would say crawl before you can walk. But I've said this before. We've seen teams go from worst to first. We've seen teams go from first to worst. So why can't it be us? Is it ingrained in our brain that because of what we've been through, this can't happen to us? No team outside of the Lions and Eagles has more than a 10% of the bets to win the NFC, which means if we win the conference, we go to the Super Bowl. So what the bettors believe, according to BetMGM, is that the Lions will face the Eagles in the NFC conference game. That is outstanding. Unbelievable. And their odds have gone up plus 350. Right? So this is insane to me. While I think that we need to be cautious, we need to be kind of maybe temper our expectations. I'm okay with riding this hype train. How often is it that we get a good team? How often is it do we have something to be excited about? A few years ago, I was cutting off the games. I would much rather have higher expectations and fall short than expect to go in losing. You know how we watch the games and we don't expect the Lions to win? The Lions have a lead. We expect them to give it up. We don't know that the game is over until it's over. We don't say that the game is over until it's over. This year, during the Jacksonville Lions game, we dominated that entire game. And during that game, I knew that the Jacksonville Jaguars didn't stand a chance, that we won that game from start to finish. I also felt like that during the Washington Commander game as well. It's okay, and there's no problem, and there's nothing to hold us back. Our defense is better. Our secondary is overhauled. There's no reason to believe that based on this current team, we can't be a team that makes the jump and does all that stuff and actually live up to what MGM and the bettors believe we can do. That's outstanding for a team that's never done anything, hasn't done anything in the last 30 plus years for the confidence in Dan Campbell, what Brad Holmes. Now, remember, I think we made this video maybe before the draft. And now after the draft, after free agency, this is where we are, right? So let me know what you think in the comments below. BetMGM, they believed in us last year. The bettors did. And they also began believing us this year. As you can see, hopefully the mic quality, I figured out what was wrong. I was able to fix it. And also for the people telling me that I was louder in one ear, I hope to have fixed that as well. I dove into my system settings and figured out what was happening. And hopefully this is a good sound and you guys can hear me. I went back and listened to it and I couldn't hear it at the time, but comparing it to this sound, I can definitely hear it. So let me know if you hear the difference in the comments below. And hopefully we are all good when it comes to sound quality. We are a Wheezy. You guys are awesome. Take care of yourself and each other. This is going to be a great season. And as always, go Lions.